Hey Taurus, I need you to come close because what I am about to share with you today is something that has been building in the cosmic energy for weeks now. And I finally have the clarity to bring it all together for you. This reading is going to be unlike anything we have done before because the universe has been preparing something so massive for you that when I started pulling these cards, I actually had to pause and take a breath. The title says Millionaire Energy, an incredible finale, and I promise you this is not clickbait. This is what the cards are genuinely showing me, and I cannot wait to walk through this journey with you. Before we dive into the cards, I want you to understand something about where you are right now in your timeline. Taurus, you have been through a massive transformation recently, and I know you might be feeling like you are in this weird in-between space where the old version of you has died, but the new version has not fully emerged yet. You might be questioning everything, wondering if the sacrifices you made were worth it, wondering if the hard work is ever going to pay off. I need you to hear this clearly. Everything you have been through was preparing you for what is about to unfold. The universe does not make mistakes, and every single challenge you faced was shaping you into the person who can handle what is coming. So let me just jump right in because I have 10 cards laid out in front of me, and each one is revealing a piece of this incredible story that the universe wants you to know. I am going to take my time with each card because the depth of what is being shown here is honestly remarkable, and you deserve to understand every single layer of what is coming your way. The first card I pulled for you, Taurus, is the Page of Cups. And when this card showed up, I immediately felt this rush of fresh emotional energy. The Page of Cups is all about new beginnings in the emotional realm. Messages of love, creative inspiration, and this beautiful childlike wonder that is about to enter your life. But here is what makes this so significant for your reading right now. This is not just about receiving a sweet text message or feeling a little flutter in your heart. This is about a complete renewal of how you approach emotional connections and creative opportunities. The Page of Cups is telling me that you are about to receive news or an opportunity that is going to touch your heart in a way you have not experienced in years. For some of you, this could literally be a message from someone, maybe someone you have been hoping to hear from, or maybe someone completely new entering your world. But for many of you, this is about the universe delivering a creative opportunity or an emotional connection that feels like a gift. The page energy is youthful and enthusiastic, so this is not going to feel heavy or complicated. This is going to feel exciting and fresh and full of possibility. I am seeing this as the first domino in a chain reaction of beautiful events. Think about it like this. The page is a messenger, so this card is literally announcing that something is on its way to you. The cup he holds is overflowing, which means abundance in emotions, in love, in creative expression. You might have been feeling emotionally dried up lately, Taurus, like you have given so much and received so little. But this page is showing up to tell you that the drought is over. Get ready to feel again, to dream again, to believe in beautiful possibilities again. Some of you are going to meet someone who reminds you what it feels like to have butterflies. Some of you are going to get an opportunity to share your creative work, and it is going to be received with so much love and enthusiasm. Some of you are literally going to get a message that changes the trajectory of your emotional life. Pay attention to messages coming through social media, through unexpected phone calls, through chance encounters, because the universe is trying to deliver something to you, and the Page of Cups says it is coming soon. Now, the second card is the Three of Swords, and I know when people see this card, they panic, but stay with me. Because in the context of this reading, this card is actually here to liberate you. The Three of Swords represents heartbreak, painful truth, necessary endings, and that moment when you finally see something clearly, even though it hurts. But Taurus, you need to understand that this card is not predicting new heartbreak. This is addressing the heartbreak you have already experienced. This is the card of healing through acknowledgement. You have been carrying pain that you have not fully processed. Maybe you have been telling yourself you are over it. Maybe you have been pushing it down and staying busy so you do not have to feel it. But the Three of Swords is appearing in your reading to tell you that in order to fully step into this millionaire energy that is coming, in order to receive all the abundance that is headed your way, must release this old pain. And here is the beautiful part. The appearance of this card means you are ready to release it. The universe would not show you this card if you were not strong enough to finally let it go. I am seeing that for many of you, there has been a betrayal or a disappointment that you have been holding on to, and it has been coloring everything in your life. It has been making you cautious when you should be open, defensive when you should be vulnerable, cynical when you should be hopeful. The Three of Swords is saying it is time to feel that pain fully one last time and then release it. Cry if you need to cry. Journal about it. Talk to a therapist or a trusted friend. Do the grief work, because on the other side of this processing is a version of you who is free. And that freed version of you is the one who gets to receive everything that is coming. I also want to mention that for some of you, this card is indicating that a painful truth is about to come to light, and while it might sting initially, this truth is going to set you free from a situation that has been draining your energy. Sometimes we need clarity even when it comes in a painful package, because that clarity allows us to make decisions that serve our highest good. The Three of Swords in this position is actually a blessing, because it is clearing out the emotional debris so you can move forward unencumbered. The third card I pulled is the Lovers, and oh my goodness, Taurus, this is where things start to get really exciting. The Lovers is obviously associated with romantic love and partnership, but it is so much deeper than that. The Lovers is about alignment. It is about choices that bring you into harmony with your true self and your true path. It is about divine union, about coming together with someone or something that feels like destiny. After the pain of the Three of Swords, the Lovers appears to show you that once you release what has been hurting you, you create space for a connection that is aligned with who you truly are. For those of you who are single, this is a very strong indication that a significant romantic connection is coming into your life. And I am not talking about another situationship or something casual. I am talking about the kind of connection that makes you believe in love again. The kind of connection where you just KNOW, this person is meant to be in your life. The Lovers carries this energy of soulmate connections, of relationships that feel fated, of partnerships that elevate both people. But even if romance is not on your radar right now, the Lovers is still incredibly significant because it represents making choices that honor your authentic self. You might be facing a decision soon, and the Lovers is telling you to choose with your heart and your head, to choose the path that aligns with your values and your vision for your life. This card also speaks to creative partnerships and business collaborations. Some of you are going to meet someone who shares your vision, and together you are going to create something amazing. The energy of the Lovers is about to becoming greater than the sum of their parts. There is a magnetism here, an attraction, a coming together that feels both exciting and inevitable. I also have to say that the Lovers appearing after the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords creates this beautiful narrative arc. You receive a message or an opportunity, you process and release old pain, and then you are able to step into a connection or a choice that is truly aligned. The universe is orchestrating this perfectly, Taurus. The fourth card is the Tower, and I can already sense some of you tensing up because the Tower has a reputation. But in this, reading the Tower is actually phenomenal news. Let me explain why. The Tower represents sudden change, the collapse of structures that were never meant to last, revelations that shake your world, and the clearing away of illusions. But here's what you need to understand. The Tower only destroys what was built on false foundations. It only tears down what was never serving you in the first place. And in the context of this reading, coming after the Lovers, the Tower is indicating that once you step into alignment with a true connection or a true path, something in your external world is going to change rapidly. For many of you, there is a structure in your life right now that feels stable, but it is actually holding you back. Maybe it is a job that pays the bills but kills your soul. Maybe it is a living situation that feels comfortable but keeps you small. Maybe it is a relationship dynamic that seems peaceful but is actually preventing your growth. The Tower is coming to demolish whatever is standing between you and your destiny. And yes, it might feel chaotic when it happens. Yes, you might feel scared or uncertain in the moment, but I need you to trust that this destruction is necessary. The Tower clears the ground so something better can be built. Think of it like renovating a house. Sometimes you have to tear down walls to create the space you really want. The Tower appearing in your reading. Is the universe saying we are about to do some demolition? Work on your life and it is going to be worth it. I am also seeing that for some of you, the Tower is going to manifest as a sudden revelation or a piece of information that completely changes your perspective. You might discover something about a person or a situation that makes you see everything differently. You might have an epiphany about your own life that is so powerful it changes your trajectory immediately. The Tower is uncomfortable, but it is liberating. It forces change that you might have been too afraid to make on your own. And the timing of this is important because you need this Tower moment to happen so you can be free to step into the millionaire energy that is coming. You cannot build a new empire on an old foundation that is crumbling. The universe is making sure you have solid ground before the blessings arrive. The fifth card is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is such a perfect card to appear right now in your reading. The Seven of Pentacles is all about patience, assessment, and the moment before the harvest. It is the card of someone who has been working hard, planting seeds, tending their garden, and now they are pausing to evaluate their progress. This card is validating everything you have been doing, Taurus. All the effort you have put in, all the late nights, all the times you kept going even when you were exhausted, all the investments you made in yourself and your dreams. It is a LL about to pay off. The Seven of Pentacles appears when you are close to a breakthrough, but you might not realize it yet. It is that moment where the fruit is almost ripe but not quite ready to pick. This card is asking you to have just a little more patience and to trust the process. But it is also asking you to assess. Look at where you have been putting your energy. Is everything in your garden growing, or are there some areas where you have been wasting time and resources on things that are not bearing fruit? The Seven of Pentacles gives you a moment to evaluate and make adjustments before the harvest comes in. For many of you, this card is saying that you are about to see tangible results from work you started weeks or months ago. Projects are going to start coming together. Investments are going to start showing returns. Skills you have been developing are going to start opening doors. The Seven of Pentacles has this energy of anticipation, of being on the cusp of something big. And in the context of millionaire energy, this card is incredibly significant because wealth is not built overnight. It is built through consistent effort over time. And you, Taurus, have been putting in that consistent effort. The harvest is coming. I also want to point out that this card often appears when you are being asked to level up your strategy. You have learned so much through the process of building what you are building, and now it is time to apply that wisdom. Maybe you need to invest in better tools. Maybe you need to bring on help. Maybe you need to shift your approach slightly based on what you have learned. The Seven of Pentacles gives you permission to make those strategic adjustments. You are not starting over. You are optimizing. The sixth card is the Four of Pentacles. And this is interesting because the Four of Pentacles has a dual meaning, and both aspects are relevant to your reading. On one hand, the Four of Pentacles represents security, stability, saving money, and being protective of your resources. On the other hand, it can represent being too controlling, holding on too tightly, and letting fear of loss prevent you from taking necessary risks. In your reading, Taurus, I am seeing both energies at play. First, the positive aspect. The Four of Pentacles is affirming that you are about to enter a phase where you feel financially secure in a way you might not have felt before. You are going to have resources. You are going to have stability. You are going to have something to protect, and that is a good thing. For those of you who have been struggling financially or living paycheck to paycheck, the Four of Pentacles is a promise that this season is ending. You are moving into a time where you have savings, where you have a buffer, where you do not have to stress about money constantly. But here's where the shadow side of this card comes in as a warning. As you build this wealth and security, be careful not to become so attached to it that you stop flowing with abundance. The Four of Pentacles in its negative aspect represents someone who holds their coins so tightly that nothing can come in or go out. Do not let fear of losing what you have prevent you from investing in opportunities that could multiply your wealth. Do not let scarcity mindset creep in once you finally have abundance. The universe is showing you this card to prepare you for the psychology of wealth. Having money is going to feel different than wanting money, and you are going to need to learn how to hold wealth without clutching it. Generosity, strategic investment, and trust in continuous flow are all part of maintaining and growing wealth. The Four of Pentacles is teaching you about stewardship. You are about to become someone who manages resources, and that is a skill in itself. For some of you, this card is also indicating that you might need to be protective of your ideas and your plans right now. Not everyone needs to know what you are building. Keep some things close to your chest until they are fully developed. The Four of Pentacles gives you permission to be private about your moves. The seventh card is the Two of Swords, and this card is showing me that there is a decision you need to make, Taurus, and you have been avoiding it. The Two of Swords depicts a blindfolded figure holding two swords in perfect balance, representing a stalemate, a refusal to see the truth, or the need to make a choice between two options. You might be in a situation right now where you know something needs to change, but you are trying to maintain a false peace by not making a decision. You might be weighing two opportunities and feeling paralyzed by the fear of choosing wrong. You might be avoiding a difficult conversation because you do not want to deal with the confrontation. The Two of Swords is appearing to tell you that this period of indecision must end if you want to move forward into your abundance. The millionaire energy that is coming cannot fully land while you are in limbo. You need to take the blindfold off, look at the situation clearly, and choose. And here's the thing about the Two of Swords. Often the choice itself is less important than simply making a choice. The act of deciding breaks the stalemate and allows energy to move again. Stagnation happens when we refuse to choose. Progress happens when we commit to a direction even if we are not completely certain. For many of you, this decision is related to your work or your path. Maybe you are trying to juggle two opportunities and you need to choose one to give your full energy to. Maybe you are trying to maintain a situation that requires you to split yourself in half, and you need to choose integration instead. The Two of Swords can also indicate that you are avoiding looking at a truth because it is uncomfortable. Maybe you already know what you need to do, but you are pretending you do not, because acting on that knowledge would require change. The universe is gently pushing you to remove the blindfold and face what is in front of you. I promise you that the clarity that comes from making a decision is worth the temporary discomfort. And in the context of your reading, this choice you make is going to be one of the things that unlocks the next level for you. Sometimes we cannot receive new blessings because our hands are too full, holding on to old situations. Make the choice, Taurus. The 8th card is the King of Swords, and wow, this is powerful energy to have in your reading. The King of Swords represents mastery of the mind, clear communication, intellectual authority, truth, and strategic thinking. This card is telling me that as you move through this transformation and step into your millionaire energy, you are going to embody the qualities of the King of Swords. You are becoming someone who thinks strategically, who communicates with authority, who sees through bullshit, and who makes decisions based on logic and truth rather than emotion. The King of Swords is the energy of a CEO, a thought leader, someone who commands respect through their clarity and integrity. For many of you, this card is indicating that you are going to step into a role or a position where your intellect and your communication skills are your greatest assets. You might become a voice of authority in your field. You might start a business where you are the face and the brain behind the operation. You might step into leadership in a way that requires you to make tough decisions and communicate them clearly. The King of Swords does not sugarcoat things. He tells the truth even when it is uncomfortable. And this is a quality you are developing. I am also seeing that for some of you, the King of Swords is representing a person who is going to come into your life and play a significant role. This could be a mentor, a business partner, a lawyer, an advisor. Someone who has the strategic mind and the clarity to help you navigate your rise. This person might seem a bit detached or unemotional, but their guidance is going to be invaluable. They see things you do not see, and they are willing to tell you the truth, even when others would just tell you what you want to hear. The King of Swords appearing in your reading is a sign that you need to think like a wealthy person. Wealthy people make decisions differently. They think long-term. They are not swayed by emotion. They see opportunities where others see risks. They surround themselves with smart people and they listen to advice. You are being called to level up your thinking. Educate yourself. Read books about business and wealth. Listen to podcasts. Learn from people who have what you want. The King of Swords represents mastery, and mastery comes from study and application. You are becoming someone who knows what they are talking about, and that confidence is magnetic. The 9th card is the 10 of Wands. And I have to be honest with you, Taurus. This card is showing me that you are tired. The 10 of Wands depicts a figure carrying 10 heavy wands, struggling under the weight of responsibility, burden, and overwhelm. This card is acknowledging that you have been carrying so much. You have been handling responsibilities that other people do not even see. You have been keeping all the plates spinning. You have been the strong one, the reliable one, the one who gets it done no matter what. And it is exhausting. The 10 of Wands is validating your experience, but it is also here with a message. You cannot keep doing everything yourself. As you step into this millionaire energy, you are going to need to learn how to delegate. You are going to need to ask for help. You are going to need to release some of these burdens that you have been carrying. Successful people understand that you cannot scale alone. You cannot build an empire while doing every single task yourself. The 10 of Wands is preparing you for the next phase where you learn to lead rather than do everything. For some of you, this means hiring help, bringing on team members, outsourcing tasks that are not in your zone of genius. For others, this means setting boundaries and saying no to responsibilities that are not actually yours to carry. The 10 of Wands can also indicate that you are almost at the finish line of something that has been incredibly demanding. You have been working on something big and you are in the final push, and it is taking everything you have. The card is encouraging you to keep going, but also to recognize that you cannot maintain this pace forever. Sprint to the finish if you need to, but then rest. The millionaire energy that is coming is not about hustling yourself into the ground. It is about working smarter, not harder. It is about building systems and teams and leverage so that your efforts are multiplied rather than just extended. I also want to acknowledge that for some of you, the Ten of Wands is representing the weight of other people's expectations and judgments. Maybe you feel like you have to prove yourself. Maybe you feel like people are watching and waiting for you to fail. Maybe you are carrying the pressure of being the first in your family to achieve something or the one everyone is counting on. That is a heavy burden, and this card sees you. But part of stepping into your power is releasing the need to meet everyone else's expectations and just focusing on your own path. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your choices, and you definitely do not need to carry their doubt or their fear. The 10th and final card in your reading, Taurus, is the Ace of Cups. And I literally got chills when this card appeared because the Ace of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck. The Ace of Cups represents new beginnings in love, emotional fulfillment, overflowing joy, spiritual awakening, and the pure potential of the heart. This card appears when the universe is about to pour blessings into your emotional life in a way that feels like a miracle. After everything you have been through, after the processing of pain, after the hard decisions, after the demolition of old structures, after the exhaustion of carrying too much, the universe is delivering to you a gift of pure love and joy. The Ace of Cups overflows, meaning this is not a small blessing. This is abundance. For those of you who have been focused on career and money, the Ace of Cups is reminding you that wealth without love is empty. The millionaire energy that is coming to you is not just about financial abundance. It is about holistic abundance. It is about having resources and having love, having success and having joy, having security and having emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Cups is the universe saying, I am filling your cup in every way. For many of you, this is indicating a new romantic relationship that is going to be unlike anything you have experienced before. This is the kind of love that heals you, that makes you believe in magic again, that feels like home. For others, this is about falling back in love with your life, rediscovering joy in simple things, feeling grateful and blessed and full of hope. The Ace of Cups has this energy of grace, of gifts you did not even ask for, of the universe just deciding to bless you because it is time. I am seeing that for some of you, this is also a spiritual awakening or a deepening of your spiritual practice. You might feel more connected to the divine, more intuitive, more open to receiving guidance. The cup in the ace is held by a hand emerging from the clouds, which represents divine support. You are being held by the universe right now, Taurus. Even when you feel alone, even when you feel like you are carrying everything yourself, there are forces beyond your understanding supporting you and preparing blessings for you. The Ace of Cups, as your final card, is the universe saying, after everything you have been through, after all the work you have done, after all the pain you have processed, you deserve this. You deserve to feel loved. You deserve to feel joy. You deserve to have your heart be full, and that fullness is coming. So let me bring all of this together for you, Taurus, because when I look at these 10 cards as a complete story, the message is so clear. You are at a massive turning point in your life. The universe has been preparing you through challenges and growth, and now you are standing at the threshold of something incredible. The Page of Cups brought you a message of hope and new emotional possibilities. The Three of Swords asked you to release old pain so you can move forward free. The Lovers showed you that alignment and true connection are possible for you. The Tower cleared away false structures to make room for something real and solid. The Seven of Pentacles validated all your hard work and promised that the harvest is coming. The Four of Pentacles showed you entering a phase of real security and stability, but warned against clutching too tightly. The Two of Swords pushed you to make the decision you have been avoiding. The King of Swords called you into your power as a strategic thinker and leader. The Ten of Wands acknowledged your exhaustion and encouraged you to release burdens and ask for help. And the Ace of Cups promised that emotional abundance and love are being poured into your life. This is your moment, Taurus. Everything has been leading to this. The millionaire energy that is coming to you is not just about money, it is about total abundance. Financial freedom, yes, but also love, joy, purpose, and fulfillment. You are becoming the version of yourself who can receive all of this. You are healing what needs to be healed. You are releasing what needs to be released. You are making the hard decisions. You are thinking strategically. You are learning to delegate and ask for help. And through all of this, you are opening yourself to receive blessings that are beyond what you can currently imagine. I want you to know that I see you. The universe sees you. All your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Every sacrifice you made, every time you chose to keep going when it would have been easier to quit, every moment you bet on yourself even when you were scared, It is a LL about to make sense. The finale that is coming for you is going to be incredible, and you absolutely have to see it to believe it, because it is going to exceed your expectations. Hold on tight, Taurus, because your life is about to change in the most beautiful way possible. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you, and I always read what you share. Thank you for being here and for trusting me to deliver these messages for you. I will see you in the next reading.